Hello, everyone. Good morning. Looks like a few of you are on already. Good to be here with you. I would love to know who's here. So if you see there's a little chat box on this side of the screen, type in your name and tell me where you're from. I'm going to continue to get myself set up, so bear with me. Okay. Good morning. So would love to know who's here. Please type in the chat box to let me know who you are, whether I know you or not, and where you're from. Also, prop list for today, some things that might be helpful because we will be working some binds into practice is either a strap or a strap substitute that will help you to bind your hands together. Another thing that would be helpful is a couple of yoga blocks. Sheila, yay! Good to have you. Good morning. Carly, yay. Some of my favorite people. Al, yay, Joan and Al. Woohoo. Good to be with you again. Missed you all last week. It's good to be back. Oh, you can't get sound? Is everyone else getting sound? Just so we can determine whether it's your device or if it's for everyone. I would love for someone who's on to tell me if you can hear me well. I will definitely adjust my settings and troubleshoot if you can't hear me. You can hear me. Okay. Yeah, Al. Yeah, I took a little trip last week, so I was not able to teach, but I'm back. I'm back. Raquel, hi Raquel. Good to see you. Good to be here with you. So we'll get started. Nice, Al. We'll get started in about 3-ish minutes. I always like to give a little bit of a grace period to make sure that everyone does have an opportunity to get in. And in the meantime, if you have a couple of yoga blocks, grab them. They'll be helpful for practice today if you have them. Also, if you have a strap or strap substitute, that would be really helpful. We're going to be working some binds in practice today. Also, if I haven't heard from you, I would love to hear from you in the chat box. Type in your name, where you're from, maybe a fun fact about you. What your favorite flavor of ice cream is. What your favorite season is. Anything. Your favorite song. Your favorite yoga pose. Oh no. Well, do what you need to do, Al. Jump back in when you can. Colleen. Yay, oh, you love fall. I do too. It's coming up on fall. Although I am feeling very grateful right now that the weather is quite temperate in the East Bay, where I live. I know that in many areas, many parts of of California and many parts of the country, it's really hot right now. But it feels kind of nice here. It's actually overcast. But I concur, Colleen, fall's awesome. All right, and we'll get started in just another moment. So one more time, let you know that 2 yoga blocks and a strap would be really helpful for practice today. We'll be working some binds and some arm balances where it would really make a difference in your experience of the practice. So if you have those, grab them, last opportunity. Also, just happy to be here with you. This is going to be fun. Always love practicing with you. One more little check before I do go to my mat and we officially get started. Someone, if you can type in the chat box that you can hear me well, because there are a couple of people that had technical difficulties. I just want to make super sure that it's on their end and not on my end. Can you hear me well? Oh, thanks, Al. Okay, Raquel says, I can hear. Fantastic. So we had better get started because we only have a short amount of time and much to do. I'll go to my mat, you go to yours, and we'll get started. So take a comfortable seated position. This is a 45-ish minute practice with a focus on some binds and arm balances. Rest your hands on your thighs and close your eyes. We'll begin with a few rounds of Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale deeply to prepare. Exhale, empty out completely. Create a light tone at the back of your throat. Tone and lift your pelvic floor. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your next inhale, join your palms together at the center of your chest. Exhale, empty out completely. And inhale for 1 Om. And gently blink your eyes open. Lower your hands down to your thighs and make your way into downward facing dog. You can spend a bit of time making your way into the pose, introduce movement into your body, or come into the pose and be still. Just a couple more moments orienting to this first shape and activating your breath. And make your body still, spread your fingers wide, and lengthen all the way up to your spine. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your right foot all the way up between your hands. Strengthen your legs and come up into crescent lunge. Exhale here, sink a little deeper through your legs. Inhale, lengthen through your torso and reach up to your arms. Exhale, place your hands to the inner edge of your right foot. Tuck your right arm underneath your right leg. Increasing the stretch a little bit on your right hip. So looks just like this. Take a couple more breaths, gazing down toward the floor. The variation of lizard pose. One more breath where you are. Then unwind your right arm, place your right palm outer edge of your right foot. Step back to plank, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly with control. Point your feet, stretch your arms back, point your palms up toward the ceiling, and come up into Shalabhasana, locust pose. Been liking using this lately to prep for the back bends that come in sun salutations. Gets everything warmed up, All the muscular structure is engaged that you need to protect your spine in back bends. Now, keep your chest and legs up. Place your palms underneath your shoulders. Press down and forward, rock back until the tops of your feet touch the floor. Draw from your feet to your hips up into your chest. Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, lower your chest back down. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your left foot all the way up between your hands. Strengthen your legs and come up into crescent lunge. Exhale, sink down into your legs a little bit further. Inhale, reach up through your torso and stretch up to your arms. Exhale, place your hands down to the inner edge of your left foot. Tuck your left arm underneath your left leg. And take a few breaths here. Even lightly press your left shoulder into your calf muscles and hug your calf muscles back against your shoulder. Take a couple more breaths, stretch. And unwind your left arm, place your left hand outer edge of your left foot, step back, plank, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Point your feet, stretch your arms back, point your palms up toward the ceiling and come up, locust pose. One more time. Stretch back through your toes, lift your chest, your legs up. Stretch back through your fingertips as well. And keep the same shape. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Press down and forward, rock back until the tops of your feet touch the floor. Draw from your feet all the way up into your chest, Cobra. Exhale, lower your chest all the way back down. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. And take one more inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, join your palms, Urdhva Namaskarasana. Exhale, lower your arms down by your side, stand tall, Tadasana, Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head and reach up. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, curl your chest up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your right foot all the way up between your hands. Strengthen your legs, come up into crescent lunge. Exhale, sink down into your legs. Inhale, reach up through your arms. Exhale, place your hands to the inner edge of your right foot. Tuck your right arm underneath your right leg. And this time around, so either keep both hands on the floor or come into a half bind. Wrap your right arm underneath your thigh, bend your elbow, and place the back of your right hand to your outer right hip. You might take it one stage further, loop your left arm behind your back and clasp your hands together. Which requires balance, yes. Couple more breaths, keep hugging your inner thighs in. Then calmly lower your left hand down. Unwind your right arm. Place your right palm outer edge of your right foot. Step back, plank. Inhale. And exhale, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, curl your chest up, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your left foot all the way up between your hands. And come up into crescent lunge. Exhale, sink down into your legs. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, stretch up to your arms. Exhale, place your hands to the inner edge of your left foot. Tuck your left arm underneath your left leg. And you might stay right here, or wrap your left arm underneath your thigh. Place the back of your left hand to your outer left hip, half bind. Or full bind, wrap your right arm behind your back, clasp your hands together, keep your legs strong. Hug your inner thighs in. And continue to breathe. Okay, lower your right hand all the way down to the floor. Unwind your left arm, place your left palm outer edge of your left foot. Step back, plank, inhale. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And take one more inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. And inhale, rise all the way up. Join your palms, Urdhva Namaskarasana. Exhale, lower your arms down by your side. Stand tall, Tadasana. With your feet and legs together, place your hands on your hips. Bend your right knee and turn your right leg out. Lift up through the muscles of your left leg and lengthen through your spine. Lift your right foot up. Clasp your ankle. Place the sole of your right foot up high on your inner left thigh. Join your palms together at the center of your chest. Keep on drawing from your left foot into your hips and your hips up through the crown of your head. And then perhaps stretch your arms up over your head as well. A couple more breaths. Keep everything strong. And especially through your outer left hip, think of hugging in and lifting up. Bring your palms to the center of your chest. Lower your right foot down next to your left and lower your arms down by your sides. Place your hands on your hips. Bend your left knee, turn your left leg out. Lift up through the muscles of your right leg and lengthen through your spine. Lift your left foot up. Clasp your ankle. Place the sole of your left foot up high on your inner right thigh. And join your palms together at the center of your chest. Draw from your right foot into your hips and your hips up through the crown of your head. Stretch your arms up over your head. And keep the lift all the way from the floor up through your fingertips. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, bring your palms to the center of your chest, lower your left foot down, and lower your arms down by your sides. With your feet and legs still together, inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees, reach down toward the floor. Inhale, lift your chested arms up, Utkatasana. Hug your inner thighs in, and stay quite high. Shift more weight back into your heels until you feel your gluteal muscles come online a little bit more. Right. And then sit just a tiny bit deeper, but not so much that you feel a release of those muscular structures. All right. I'm going to get into those. We're going to tone our butts today with Utkatasana. And sit a tiny bit deeper, but keep the engagement. Keep reaching up through your arms. All right, now sit deeper. Allow your torso to tip forward. Notice how those muscular structures turn off a little bit, and that's okay. All right. Hug your inner thighs in. Reach out to your fingertips. And bring your belly down to your thighs. Stretch your arms forward. Reach forward. And clap your hands together. Interlace your fingers, release your index fingers, and sit as deep as possible. Keep reaching forward as you sit deep, and then sit down. Now, here's the place where the blocks will be perhaps really useful. If you do have yoga blocks, place them by the sides of your hips. Alternatively, hands on the floor, or you can even make fists and place your fists on the floor. Lolasana. Place your hands on the floor or blocks. Lean back, slide your heels in. Cross your right shin in front of your left and press down through your heels in both hands. Lift your hips up and then try to lift your right foot up. And maybe lift your left foot up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And sit down 3 more times. Switch the cross, left shin in front. Lift your hips up. Lift your left foot up. And then maybe even lift your right foot up too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, 2 more. Switch the cross. Lift your hips up. Lift one or both feet up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit down and switch the cross. Hips up. Lift one or both feet up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Move your blocks out of the way. And then step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, hug your right knee to your right armpit, curling in forward. Inhale, lift your right leg back up. Exhale, right knee to right nostril. Inhale, lift your right leg back up. And exhale, right knee to upper left arm. Inhale, lift your right leg back up. One more time, right knee to right armpit. Inhale here. Stay on your exhale. Inhale, swoop your right leg through and up. Exhale, place your right foot all the way between your hands and come up into Warrior One. You can keep your gaze forward or draw your gaze up and join your palms. Anchor through your left heel and stretch from your left heel all the way up to your fingertips. Okay. Bring your palms to the center of your chest, look forward. Lay your belly down onto your right thigh. Spin your left heel up. Drag your left foot in and come into warrior three. You can keep your palms at the center of your chest or stretch your arms back or forward. And take a few breaths here. And bring your fingertips to the floor and come into standing split. If you'd like to deepen the stretch, walk your hands back by the sides of your right foot. Fold your face in. Stretch your left heel higher. And walk your hands forward. Either come straight through Vinyasa or a couple hops up toward handstand. Your choice. And you'll have more opportunities, so choose carefully. Okay, and we'll meet in downward facing dog, so begin to make your way there if you haven't already. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling, three-legged down dog. Exhale, hug your left knee to your left armpit, curling. Inhale, lift your left leg back up. Exhale, left knee to left nostril. Inhale, lift your left leg back up. Exhale, left knee to upper right arm. Inhale, lift your left leg back up. And left knee to left armpit. Inhale, stay. And exhale, stay. Swoop your left leg through and up, three-legged down dog. Exhale, place your left foot up between your hands and come up into warrior one. Second side. And keep your gaze forward or draw your gaze up and join your palms. Anchor through your right heel, stretch up to your fingertips. And bring your palms to the center of your chest. Lay your belly down onto your left thigh. Spin your right heel up. Come forward and up into warrior three. Stretch back through your right heel and through the crown of your head. You can keep your palms here or stretch your arms back or forward. And continue to breathe. And place your fingertips down onto the floor. Come into standing split. If you want to deepen the stretch on the back of your left leg, walk your hands in, fold your face in. And again, breathe. Walk your hands forward. Either come straight through Vinyasa or a couple little hops up toward handstand on your way back through Vinyasa. Your choice. Now again, I already mentioned that this won't be your only opportunity. So if it's not a good idea right now, decide to do it later. All right, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Make your way there if you haven't already. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And take one more inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend your knees, come up, Utkatasana. And exhale, stand, Tadasana. With your feet and legs all the way together to touch, place your hands on your hips, bend your right knee, and then lift your right thigh up toward your belly. Stretch your right arm inside your right thigh, clasp your right big toe, lift your torso upright, and stretch your right leg forward just as much as you can for Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Draw your right arm and right leg off to your right. Keep hugging in and up to your outer left hip. Keep lengthening through your spine. Keep the balance. And draw your right arm and right leg back forward. Okay, a couple more things here to make it somewhat interesting. All right, you can stay upright, but for an extra little challenge, bend your right elbow out to the side and fold your face down toward your shin in standing position. We're pulling these motions from Ashtanga Yoga. And then lift your torso back up, straighten your right arm. Okay, if you're still with me, try to keep your right leg up. As you slowly release the clasp on your right big toe, point your foot and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your right foot all the way down. Okay, second side. Bend your right knee. Bend your left knee. Bring your left thigh up in towards your belly. Stretch your left arm inside your left thigh and clasp your left big toe. Lift your torso upright and then stretch your left leg as straight as possible forward. Take another breath here. And draw your left arm and left leg off to your left. Keep hugging in and up through your outer right hip. Keep on lengthening through your spine. Okay, draw your left arm and left leg back forward. Again, you can just, balance here, stay here. For an extra challenge, bend your left elbow out toward the side. Start to fold over your left leg. Draw your face down toward your shin. And then lift your torso back up if you opted to do that challenge. Slowly release the clasp on your left big toe. Point your left foot and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your left foot all the way down. Fantastic. With your feet and legs all the way together. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees, reach down toward the floor. Inhale. Again, lift your torso and arms up. And stay mostly upright. Again, shift your weight back a little bit further until you feel some engagement in your gluteal muscles. And sit a tiny bit deeper, but keep that engagement there. So again, still mostly upright. And maybe a tiny bit deeper. Okay, good. Then allow your torso to come forward slightly and sit deeper still. Hug your inner thighs in, getting deeper into your legs. And bring your belly down to your thighs. Bring your thighs parallel to the floor. Stretch your arms forward. Clap your hands together. Interlace your fingers, release your index fingers. As you stretch forward, try to sit deeper still. Sit as deep as possible. And then either use your hands or not. Just sit all the way down. Stretch your legs forward. And again, grab blocks if you have them. This next piece will look like an arm balance, right? So in fact, let's do Lolasana again one more time. Place your hands either on the floor or on your blocks. Sit back a little bit, slide your heels in, cross your right shin in front of your left, then lift your hips up, lift one or both feet up, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit down, switch across, lift your hips up, and lift one or both feet up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more, switch across, lift your hips up, one or both feet up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit down, switch across, hips up, try to lift one or both feet up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Now, stretch your legs forward. Move your blocks about mid-size, move them slightly forward. And you may choose to come after the arm balance or not, but I'll talk you through it step by step. Lift your right leg up. Interlace your fingers on the sole of your foot. Keep the clasp with your left hand, and then loop your right arm underneath. Kind of like the front leg in the lunges we did at the beginning of class. Now, once you have your leg up high, hug down with your calf against your shoulder, and try to remove your hands and keep your leg up. Nice. Still going well? Place your hands on blocks or on the floor. Lean forward. Press down through your left heel and both hands. Lift your hips up. Straighten your arms. Still going well here. Try to lift your left foot off the floor for Ekahasta Bujasana. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And stretch your right leg forward. Second side. Lift your left leg up. Interlace your fingers on the sole of your left foot. Keep the clasp with your right hand. Loop your left arm underneath and work your left leg up over your shoulder as high as possible. Then hug down with your calf against your shoulder. Try to remove your hands. Good. And then place your hands down onto your blocks or on the floor. Lean forward, press down through your right heel, press down through both hands, lift your hips up. And lean back, try to lift your right foot off the floor. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch your left leg forward. Again, move your blocks out of the way. Cross your shins. Step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling, three-legged down dog. Exhale, hug your right knee to your right armpit, curling in forward. Inhale, lift your right leg back up. Exhale, right knee to right nostril. Inhale, lift your right leg back up. Exhale, right knee to upper left arm. Inhale, lift your right leg all the way back up. And one more time, right knee to right armpit. Inhale, stay. And exhale, stay. Inhale, swoop your right leg through and up. Exhale, place your right foot all the way up between your hands and come up into warrior two. And from here, inhale deeply. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Bring your hand to the inner edge of your right foot. Stretch your left arm up. You can stay here or wrap your arms around your right side for a bind. If you have a strap or a towel, you can bring it between your hands to bridge that gap. And bring your hands together. Okay, now either keep the bind or release it to straighten your right leg for Trikonasana. Right, really be aware of how muscles on the back of your right thigh feel, your hamstrings. If you feel pulling, that's too much. Back off. And bend your right knee, unwind your arms, reach your right fingertips forward, come forward and up into half moon pose. Draw from your right foot into your right hip, stretch your left heel back, and stretch the crown of your head forward. And if you have balance, even try to lift your gaze up. Look down toward the floor, place your left fingertips on the floor, square your hips toward the floor, and come into standing split. Walk your hands back, fold your face in toward your shin, and take another breath. And walk your hands forward. Either come straight through Vinyasa or a couple hops up toward handstand on your way back through Vinyasa. Remember I said we'd do it again. Here it is. Good, good. And we'll meet in downward facing dog, so begin to make your way there if you haven't already. Okay. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, hug your left knee to your left armpit. Inhale, lift your left leg back up. Exhale, left knee to left nostril. Inhale, lift your left leg back up. Exhale, left knee to upper right arm. Inhale, lift your left leg back up. And left knee to left armpit. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, swoop your left leg through and up. Exhale, place your left foot up between your hands and come up into warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Place your left hand on the floor, stretch your right arm up. You may stay here or wrap your arms around your left thigh for a bind. Bound Parsva Konasana. You may keep the bind or release it as you come into triangle pose. Start to straighten your left leg. Again, especially if you have the bind, don't straighten your leg to the point where it feels like it's pulling behind your knee or up close to your hips. Then bend your left knee, unwind your arms, reach your left fingertips forward, and come forward and up into half moon pose. Draw from your left foot into your left hip. Stretch your right heel back and the crown of your head forward. Nice. And if you feel balanced, even venture to draw your gaze up for an extra challenge. Okay. And then slowly bring your right fingertips down to the floor, square your hips toward the floor, and come into standing split. Walk your hands back. Hold your face in toward your shin. Stretch your right heel higher. And walk your hands forward. Either come straight through Vinyasa or, again, a couple hops up toward handstand on your way back through Vinyasa. And if you're in handstand, don't get stuck there. Meet us in downward facing dog. Everyone, downward facing dog. Couple more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. And take another breath. Inhale. And exhale. Last deep inhale here. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend your knees, come up, Utkatasana. And exhale, stand Tadasana. Okay, with your feet and legs together, stand tall, Tadasana. Utthita Pandusthasana with an option for bird of paradise. Place your hands on your hips. Bend your right knee. Draw your right thigh up in towards your belly. Stretch your right arm down, clasp your right big toe, and lift your torso upright again. Stretch your right leg forward. And then draw your right arm and right leg off to your right. Keep hugging in and up to your outer left hip. Keep the supporting leg strong. You may stay here for a few more breaths or bend your right knee. Loop your right arm underneath. Clasp your hands together. Lift your torso upright. And then if you have the bind, you may work your right leg straighter or bird of paradise. Okay, and bend your right knee again. If you're in bird of paradise, regain the clasp on your right big toe. And Utthita Parshvahasta Pandusthasana. Everyone, draw your right arm and right leg back forward. And then this time around, bend your right knee, lower your right foot down. We'll keep that simple. Place your hands on your hips, bend your left knee. Bring your left thigh up and towards your belly. Reach down with your left hand, clasp your left big toe. Lift your torso upright. Then stretch your left leg forward. Take a couple breaths here. And draw your left arm and left leg off to your left. Keep hugging in and up to your outer right hip. Lengthen through your spine. You may stay here for a few more breaths or bend your left knee. Loop your arms around your left thigh. Hold on to your balance. Lift your torso upright. And then work your left leg straighter for bird of paradise. And bend your left knee. Regain the clasp on your left big toe. Utthita Parshvahasta Pandusthasana. And draw your left arm, left leg back forward. Bend your left knee. Lower your left foot down and stand tall. Good. Now, with your feet and legs all the way together, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, reach down toward the floor. Inhale, Utkatasana. Shift more weight back into your heels, getting into your gluteal muscles. So a little bit deeper. Again, still targeting mostly gluteal muscles. And so a little bit deeper. Lean your torso forward slightly, bringing more distributed engagement throughout your legs. And then bring your belly down to your thighs. Stretch your arms forward. Clap your hands together. Interlace your fingers. Release your index finger. Stretch forward. Sit deep. Stretch forward. Sit deep. Either use your hands or not to sit all the way down. Okay. Lean back. Bring your shins parallel to the floor. And stretch your arms forward parallel to your shins. Then cross your right foot on top of your left. Your knees will come apart a little bit. And inhale here. Exhale, lower down halfway and straighten your legs. Hug them together. Inhale, come back up. 2 more like that. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, come back up. And last time, lower down. Inhale, come back up. Switch across. Yay, lower down halfway. And inhale, come back up. 2 more. You got it. Lower down, hug your legs together. And come back up. And last time, lower down, hug your legs together. And inhale, come back up. Yay. Bring your shins parallel to one another. And then sit tall in Dandasana. So here's the next potential piece that you can add on to our arm balance exploration. This is called Ashtavakrasana. Watch it first, and then I'll lead you through it. We'll do it together. So just like we did in the last pose, Ekahasta Bhujasana, you'll get the leg up over your arm. Place your hands on the blocks or on the floor. Come up into Ekahasta Bhujasana, and then bend the bottom knee. Lift the foot up. So the bottom foot comes over the top of the lifted foot, and you'll hook your feet together. And next, you'll bend your elbows, lower your chest down, and hips up until your chest and hips are equidistant to the floor. Then lastly, you'll straighten your legs, hug them onto your arm. And then come back out the way that you came in. So let's give it a try together. Alternatively, you can do Ekahasta Bhujasana one more time. Start by lifting your right leg up. Interlace your fingers on the sole of your right foot. Loop your right arm underneath.
Work your right leg up over your shoulder as high as possible. Hug down. Then place your hands on your blocks. Then lean forward, lift your hips up. Then either just lift your foot up or bend your left knee, cross your left foot over the top of your right. Bend your elbows, chest down, hips up, and then straighten your legs. Hug them onto your right arm. Ashtavakrasana. And then bring the bottom leg forward. Stretch your right leg forward. Woohoo! We have one more side. Lift your left leg up. Interlace your fingers on the sole of your left foot. Loop your left arm underneath your left leg. Work your leg up and over your shoulder. There we go. Hug down. And place your hands on your blocks. Lean forward. Lift your hips up. Either Ekahasta Bhujasana or bend your right knee. Cross your right foot on top of your left. Bend your elbows, chest down, hips up. And then straighten your legs. Hug them onto your left arm. Nicely done. Okay, and then stretch your right leg back forward. Stretch both legs forward. Whew. Move your blocks out of the way. Yes, we did it. Fantastic. Cross your shins. Step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling, three-legged down dog. Exhale, place your right foot all the way up between your hands and come up into crescent lunge. Bring your palms to the center of your chest. Twist your chest to your right. Forward bend to hook your left arm outer edge of your right thigh. And you can stay in twisted lunge here. Or to take it a little deeper, stretch your left hand down to the floor, your right arm up. And since we've been working binds, you might be warmed up for this. You can bind in the twisted lunge. It's up to you. A couple more breaths here. Now, release the twist and bring your hands straight down to the floor. Step back, plank, inhale. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your left foot all the way up between your hands and come up into crescent lunge. Good. Bring your palms to the center of your chest. Twist your chest to your left. Forward bend to hook your right arm outer edge of your left thigh. And you can keep your palms together here or split your arms apart. Reach your right hand down, your left hand up. Or alternatively, we've been working binds, so if you feel prepared to bind in the twisted lunge, you may do so. And then slowly release the twist. Bring your hands down to the floor. Step back, plank, inhale. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward, plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. From here, bend your knees, point your toes up toward the ceiling. Reach back, one hand at a time, clasp the outer edges of your feet. Dhanurasana. Kick back into your hands, peel your chest up, and kick up toward the ceiling. Peel your thighs off the floor. Don't try to make this deep. All right. Part of why we're doing this is to stretch the front of your chest. Stretch out, in particular, the pectoral muscles, which get worked in chaturanga and in arm balances. One more breath where you are. And then bring your thighs back down to the floor. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Straighten your legs, curl your toes under. Inhale here. Exhale, press down, come up, plank. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward and through to sit down and lie down. 2 more back bends. 1 last twist. And then Savasana. With your arms by your sides, we'll come up into Setu Bandha Sarvagasana. Peel your buttocks off the floor, your middle back and upper back. And for this one, I want you to get the stretch through your pectoral muscles again. So either clasp the sides of your mat or interlace your fingers underneath your back. Gently rock from side to side to tuck your shoulders a little deeper underneath your back. And press down and forward through the balls of your feet and curl into your chest. Couple more breaths. And then make your way all the way down. Woohoo. All right, option 1, do that one more time. Option 2, come all the way up into Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. So arms by your sides, or if you're coming all the way up, place your hands underneath your shoulders. Peel your buttocks off the floor, low back, middle back, and upper back. And stay here, or come the rest of the way up with control. And if you're all the way up, again, really keep your legs strong. Lightly tone your buttocks. Press your pubic bone up toward the ceiling. Everyone press down and forward through the balls of your feet. Curl into your hips and back into your chest. And if your arms are straight, press down to your hands. And then slowly make your way down with control. Stretch your arms out by your sides. Woohoo. Bring your arms into a T. Bring your shins up until they're parallel to the floor. Draw your legs down to your right. Twist your chest to your left. And take a few breaths. Okay. Calmly bring your legs back to center. Draw your legs down to your left. Twist your chest to your right. And again, take a few breaths. Inhale, draw your legs back to center. And hug your thighs into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Alternatively, you could come into Happy Baby or Plow Pose Halasana. Or if you want more of a hip opener, bring the soles of your feet together. Come into a reclined form of Baddha Konasana. A couple more breaths where you are. And slowly make your way out of the pose that you're in. Extend your legs out fully, your arms out fully. Make any small adjustments needed to make sure that you're really comfortable. Allow yourself to sink down in here for a little while. In Savasana. Shanti, 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 Slowly begin to deepen your breath and start to feel awareness come back into your body little by little. As you're ready, bend one knee at a time and carefully roll to your right side. Make your way back up to a comfortable seated position. And join your palms together at the center of your chest. And let's end together with one last collective Om. Inhale deeply. Exhale, empty out completely. And inhale for Om. Thank you all so much for the gift of your company today. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. So much fun as always. We rocked it. Woo! Thanks, everyone, for being here. I'll be back at the same time next week. I'm also starting a 7-week series. It's kind of like a workshop-y, sort of a class series through Love Story Yoga. It's from 11 to 12:15 Pacific time. It starts tomorrow. And basically, it's called Fine Tune Your Practice. What we'll do is go through like all of the categories of poses and look at fine-tuning and advancing in every pose category.
we'll start with standing poses tomorrow. So would love to have you guys in that. If you're interested, you can send me an email at NicholeChase@gmail.com, or you can connect with me at NicholeChaseYoga.com, my website. All right, all. Thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you on the mat again soon. And until then, love ya. Stay safe and healthy.